It's 5 on your side at 5. Focused on you.
New tonight, the Ferguson police chief says we must do something to stop an epidemic. Teens committing violent crimes in our community. The latest just yesterday when 3 kids, including a 12-year-old, were arrested in connection with a carjacking. Thanks for joining us. I'm Mike Bush.
I'm Kelly Jackson. Tonight, 2 of those children are still in custody, but a third, who is 17 years old, has been released. 5 on your side's Diamond Palmer is live at the Ferguson Police Department. Where are they in this investigation, Diamond?
Well, good evening, Kelly and Mike. Ferguson Police Department tell us that the 3 suspects are 12, 15, and 17 years old. They also say that these suspects stole 1 car before they carjacked another one at Forestwood Park. Amber Phillips says she comes to Forestwood Park in Ferguson several times a week with her family. It's the same park Ferguson police say 3 children dressed in all black and ski masks carjacked a man at gunpoint on Tuesday. Phillips says it's startling knowing it involved a police pursuit.
They'll end up speeding or speeding through the lot or something like that, or speeding through the neighborhoods they were staying in.
Captain Harry Dilworth with Ferguson Police Department says the teen stole a Kia first, then carjacked the driver of a Volkswagen.
One vehicle continued to go eastbound. The second vehicle did an abrupt U-turn. Half my force went toward the Kia. The other half of the police force went in the direction of the Volkswagen.
Police arrested a 12 and 15-year-old who will go to family court. A 17-year-old was arrested and then later released from custody. Ferguson's Chief of Police Troy Doyle released this letter to the public, pleading with community members. It says in part, the fact that a juvenile can participate in a violent crime and be back on our streets within a day is a clear signal that something in our justice system is not right. Anders Walker with St. Louis University says many of the area's carjackings are committed by minors.
Most of those kids go into the juvenile system, and the system in Missouri is designed to try to give these kids some help so that they can reform themselves and enter society productively.
It comes after a string of carjackings in Webster Groves and Kirkwood. Dilworth says the department is working all possible connections.
Right now, our detectives are aggressively acting on it, trying to do interviews, see if we can correlate the 2 together.
Now, one of the cars that was stolen was a Kia, and police here at the Ferguson Police Department say the best way to prevent that is getting a steering wheel lock. They tell me, however, they do not have any more of those locks available, but they hope to get some in the future for both Kia and Hyundai owners. Reporting live here at the Ferguson Police Department, Diamond Palmer, 5 on your side.
Tonight, we're getting a look at surveillance video showing an armed man on the street in Clayton. 41-year-old Joshua Harris was killed Monday outside an apartment on Wydown. Surveillance video shows the suspect walking down an alley with a gun, then a minute later, running away. The Major Case Squad has not released any other details about this suspect. Anyone with information, though, is asked to call 314-955-99. Well, let me try this again, because what's on the script and what's on the screen are 2 different things. So 314-995-0817.
Today, a St. Charles County jury dropped a $75 million verdict in a police chase that ended with a deadly crash. Christopher Batzel was killed in 2018. He was hit by a driver who was running from St. Charles County Police. His family sued the driver, Aaron Richardson, who is now in prison for murder and in driving while intoxicated. The money will be paid to the family through Richardson's insurance company.
Tonight, we're waiting for the results of the nationwide vote on the General Motors deal with the United Auto Workers. The last of the votes at GM Wentzville came in early this morning, and by a slim majority, UAW members there rejected the deal. 5 on your side's Tracy Hinson is live at Union Hall. She spoke with the local president this afternoon. Tracy.
So, Mike, that vote by the local 2250 members against ratifying that GM contract doesn't really mean anything yet. All the other GM plants represented by the UAW have to vote as well, and we expect those results to come in tomorrow. Now, the vote here in Wentzville was a close one. The vote was split between 2 divisions of membership, skilled trades and production. 54% of skilled trade members voted for the new contract. On the other hand, 54% of production members, who make up most of the people at the plant, voted against it. Now the Wentzville members wait to see the results of the national vote, which are due in tomorrow. Local 2250's president told us how she voted, and she was a little surprised more of the membership didn't vote to ratify.
I voted yes, because I believe this contract really benefited everybody in one way or another. Some benefited a little more, some a little less, but I truly believe everybody involved in this contract benefited.
Now, the no vote against ratifying that contract came down to a singular issue for some of the members here. One of those is the lack of post-retirement health care for employees that started after 2007. In Wentzville, I'm Tracy Henson, 5 on your side.
Overland police are investigating a car break-in at Planet Fitness. This is right off of Interstate 170 and Page Avenue. Someone broke into a car overnight, stealing 2 backpacks and a laptop.
I've heard there's a lot of issues. I always try to make sure I park my car as close to the entrance as possible to make sure it's, visible to the cameras and everything. So, I didn't think it was going to be an issue. Obviously, came out and this happened.
Police tell us break-ins are common in the area.
Police say they have a person of interest after someone broke into an NCAA basketball team's travel van. The Anderson University women's team came to St. Louis for a basketball tournament last week. They stopped at the Arch for a group photo, and while they were gone, someone broke into the team van and stole their bags, including a driver's license and a social security card. While police have a person of interest, that person is not yet in custody. Some seniors in the city of St. Louis could soon get a break on property taxes.
The proposal to freeze their property taxes cleared a hurdle at City Hall and is one step closer to reaching the mayor's desk. Our political editor, Mark Maxwell, you have the numbers, Mark.
That's right, Kelly and Mike. Nearly 7,000 seniors who own a home in St. Louis could soon qualify for that property tax freeze. If each of them claim it, it would cost the city budget about $500,000 a year in deferred taxes in that first year. It would add up from there. That's according to a new fiscal note attached to the proposal at City Hall today, where Alderwoman Ann Schweitzer and an aide from Mayor Jones' office fielded questions about the plan. If your home is worth more than $500,000, you won't qualify. Seniors 62 and older would if they apply with the city assessor's office. The early estimates indicate homeowners would save somewhere between $50 and $100 a year on their property tax bill, which doesn't sound like much, but Schweitzer said can add up over time.
Each year they would be saving a little bit more. So over the lifetime value of this for seniors, it will be a few $1,000s, which really does help when we're talking about seniors paying utility bills, when we're talking about food and medicine. Every dollar really helps.
That proposal could come up for a vote at the Board of Aldermen very soon. It already has more co-sponsors signed on to it than the number of votes it needs to pass. A pretty good indicator it will reach the mayor's desk. If it does, and she signs it, qualifying seniors would get a notice in the mail from the city with instructions on how you can apply.